Hi there, hope you're having a great day. Another great day for me. It's beautiful out. I went for a bike ride. I've been exploring the neighborhood, going to different parks, and really enjoying nature. So the weather's warmed up here. It is definitely spring. I wanted to also share that I went to my first meetup here in Mount Shasta, and it was the Violet Flame community. I think they call it Heart Center community. And I really don't know that much about the Violet Flame, but I went there just to meet some people. And what's great about Meetup is that that you can go and meet people in the area where you live, around any topic that you're interested in. So you get to hang out with people that have the same interests. And of course, one of my interests is spirituality. And the whole thing around the Violet Flame is about ascended masters. I mean, like I said, I don't know that much about it, but it felt really great because I got to meet some great people. They said bring drums or other musical instruments. I brought a drum. Although I didn't really play it, this other guy played it, which is great. I mean, he's really more of a drummer than I am. But we sang some, I guess you'd call them hymns. There was an invocation. It's hard to describe exactly because, like I said, I don't know that much about it. But what I did experience was these prayers. So the hymns were really prayers, and we got to bless the planet, bless the people on the planet, bless the institutions. And when I say bless, what I mean is to bathe them inside the Violet Flame, to bathe them in the light of God. So it felt like I was actually doing something for the planet in a way. And the other thing is that a lot of spiritual people don't kind of avoid the negative, which is kind of sad because we really need to look at the negative. We need to acknowledge it. We need not to dwell on it, but to really acknowledge that it exists, that there is the duality that exists on this planet and in our 3D existence, which is that we have polarity. So we have good and evil. We have light and dark, male and female. You know, it's hot and cold. I mean, you could go on and on around the duality, the polarity that exists. And so we need to acknowledge and really understand the evil that does exist. And I want to talk more about that because I think that it's more around fear that creates that. Fear of losing control. I've been a truth seeker for not that long. Started maybe 6 months ago in earnest, where I started going deeper and deeper down the rabbit hole. But what I've found is that these people who are trying to control where we're going, that have a hidden agenda, that they're actually very afraid. You know, they don't want to let go of control. They feel like they need to control every aspect of our lives, and then they'll feel safe. And so I want to talk about fear a little bit because I've been clearing fear for many years. Sometimes I feel like, God, is this ever going to end? But I think that, you know, and sometimes I think that maybe I'm clearing the fear of the world. And I believe that there is a collective fear that you can tap into, and I'm good at moving the energy of fear. fear is one of those strange emotions that we don't really know what to do with, or how to not manage it, but get empowered around it. And there's a model that I work with, and I learned this model from one of my teachers. His name's Greg Emka. And in his model, fear is this, it blocks incoming energy. So in other words, if there's, say, a truck bearing down on you, that's incoming energy, and of course, yeah, you should be afraid and get out of the way. But what if it's love coming at you? Is that something to be afraid of? The universe is always trying to give us energy. The energy is available. The universe wants to support us. And yet we often have difficulty allowing that energy in. And so one of the things I do in my meditation is that I allow that energy to come in, to move through my body, and then move out, back out into the universe, in the form of intentions, of creating whatever it is I want. But the thing is that when I allow that energy in, that fear that's actually blocking all that energy coming in becomes excitement, enthusiasm. It becomes this really powerful feeling of this stream of electricity moving through my body. It's just really amazing. And what I've noticed as I clear fear and continue to clear fear, and it's one of those things that that is a result of the trauma that we've experienced. And of course, we've all experienced some level of trauma. Just coming into the world can be traumatic, because you get separated from, well, on one level you get separated from the womb, your mother, the mother energy, that space that is totally safe. But more importantly, we get separated from the all that is. When we are conceived and we come into this world, and then when we finally separate out of the womb into this world, that is a shock. In fact, there was the rebirthing community that focused specifically on that particular fear, that particular trauma. And so rebirthing was about going back, using the breath, but going back into the birth trauma and clearing it. So, so I share that just to let you know that is one of the areas where I want to share my knowledge, my experience, and support people in moving through whatever fears that you may have. Okay, so I think that's probably enough for today. Have a rest of a great day for yourself, all right? Thanks for listening.